women and children to bed early because it's going to be dangerous out here.
I wouldn't miss this show for anything. It's going to be a dog fight.
The guy that throws the first punch and the last one's going to win this one this week.
I got skills to make meals, baby. Let's get ready to rumble!
What time is it? It's morning time! What time is it?
The only way to play this game is you got to get down in the dirt and get nasty. Let's go.
This is a game of the heart.
Holy smokes, what a play.
We gotta make our own fire, baby. We gotta make our own fire.
The National Football League.
What a catch! What a catch!
An American sporting spectacle.
Wake up! Stone it there.
All I want, baby.
Come on, we need a score. Knock it up.
Punch it in now!
Ahead in this exclusive video, an insider's preview of the upcoming NFL season. Expert analysis from America's premier football writers. Facts. Features. Informative insights. Available nowhere else.
Touchdown. Oh, what a catch by Robert Brooks.
You can't rush inside. You can't get any heat inside. So all I need to do is put someone else in there and get some heat inside.
Get down with that sweet. You just stand there fiddle fighting with him. Go and block his ass.
I'll tell you what, we ain't blocking where the you got to slow that son of a down.
Get off your man and get the sack. Let's not let these move the ball on us now. We got it figured out. Now we just got to keep running. We got it figured out.
It's blocked and rolling around at the 10-yard line. Oh, Leon Lett. Leon Lett. Oh, my goodness gracious.
The Dallas Cowboys are flying high, poised on the precipice of history.
Aikman, a deep drop, fake, throws it to Harper, touchdown.
Will talent triumph over turmoil? This and more in NFL Insider 94.
I think the real emerging player this year, the guy who will break into the top 5 quarterbacks of the league, is going to be Drew Bledsoe. I remember going in for a game late in the season, and that week Bill Parcells had taken Drew aside and basically said to him, look, you don't come in with all the other players like you have been doing. I don't want you here at 8:30, 8:45. I want you here at 7:15. And I think from then on, culminating with a terrific effort in the final game of the year against the Dolphins, he really laid the groundwork for what's going to be a career that could put him in Canton before it's all over.
Scott Mitchell has more of a reputation as a quarterback for fewer games played than I think anybody I've ever seen in the NFL. I can't say this about him. He has a very good putting stroke. I've seen him putt in the Dolphins locker room, and they have a 9-hole golf course laid out there with adhesive tape, and he held the club record there. So if that means anything for a quarterback, and golf usually does, and I think he'll have some success.
Even though they're going to be going through a big transition, are not going to change what they do and what they do very well. I think you're going to see that the Cowboys are not going to break stride. Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin are going to get 70% of the yards for this team.
The team that's a sleeper team here, the one that I think a lot about because they've been down for so long, that's the Arizona Cardinals. Unless Dallas can maintain the energy level that they had last year, I think there are teams that could beat them, and I watch out for the Cardinals. Teams that I think might be going south, I've got to put the New York Giants up there. I don't know how they did it last year. Phil Simms is about 40 or 50 years old. The guy's had every part of his body operated on. I think that Reeves may have milked everything he can out of that team.
I think the Houston Oilers are going to have a very hard time maintaining excellence in any form this year. There are an awful lot of players on that team who basically felt that 1993 was the last hurrah. I think that Houston this year will clearly be number 2 to Pittsburgh in the Central.
All together, Bills fans roar! Raise them up and go for more!
In the AFC, the Bills seem to have made the Super Bowl part of their schedule.
AFC champs once more. Piss them off and go for 4.
Basically, they said, we're going back there,
Piss them off and go for 4.
and you can't stop us.
For 4. Piss them off and go for 4. Piss them off and go for 4.
Waiting for the snap. The blitz is on. Here's a run by Thurman right up the middle and in for the touchdown. What a great call by Kelly.
In my mind, that's a tremendous inspirational story. I told my daughter the Buffalo Bills story for her bedtime story one day last year. And she said, Dad, everybody hates the Buffalo Bills. You know, why do people hate the Bills? And I said, well, I don't think you should hate the Bills. I think you should admire them.
They spot the ball at the 4. First and goal. Kelly waits. Thurman runs. Breaks a tackle. Goes in for the touchdown. Thurman Thomas has scored.
There was a lot of excitement in this year's Super Bowl when the Bills were ahead. It didn't last long. It turned out to be a typical 17-point loss, although I guess that's not as bad as some of the other years. But I also would love to see the Bills go one more time and win it. And I think we all, deep in our hearts, I think we all would like to see them go back and win.
Then again, maybe not everybody.
Keep yapping, cock. Yeah. Keep yakking while you're on your back.
Don Shula's Miami Dolphins can beat the Bills, as they did decisively last year in Rich Stadium.
The rain comes in harder. Marino lets it fly long. A man is there, and it's Fryer at the 10, at the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. He was wide open.
Miami's fast start made Shula the NFL's all-time winningest head coach. And Dolphin fans had every reason to believe their team would unseat the Bills as division champions. But in a heartbeat, cheers turned into tears.
There could be something critically wrong with Dan Marino.
Marino has started 144 consecutive games, an NFL record. He is in pain.
Miami's season ultimately disintegrated.
They're a very competitive team without Dan Marino, but they don't have a chance to do anything good without him.
The Dolphins are Dan Marino. Whatever else they may do on defense, whoever else they may bring in, a running back, wide receiver, whatever, you've got to have Dan Marino there. He makes them a potential winner in any game that they go into.
Here's the snap to DeBurn.
In 1972, a backup quarterback named Earl Morrall guided the Dolphins to an undefeated season.
Inside the 20.
Here's a pass coming up. Mitchell throws.
Last year, neither venerable veteran nor prize-winning punter could save Miami.
Runs down for the touchdown. How do you like that?
The question, are NFL field generals losing their rank? Is the NFL facing a shortage of championship caliber quarterbacks?
Quote unquote championship caliber, there's a handful. And if you go back through the drafts the last 7, 8, 9 years and look at all the quarterbacks that have been drafted, the ones that have come out that have actually been championship caliber, there are just not that many. They're very hard to find.
I think there's some other quarterbacks, if they were surrounded by better talent or were playing on one of the better teams, could also win championships.
I've always felt that the top 16 or 17 guys have the ability to win and win a championship in the league. So much of it depends on the chemistry and the type of system you're in, that ability to get in the right place at the right time.
What I think's happened that offensive coordinators have got away from protecting the quarterback. They're doing everybody wants to side adjust all blitzes and try to be a hero, but your quarterback gets hit by a 290-pound truck. Pretty soon their ribs are sore, their back's sore, their arms sore, and they're not as efficient as they were when they protected them.
I think you got young guys now that can blow a hole in a windshield in a car if it was driving by. But do they understand the game? Do they understand how to read defenses? Are they willing to do it? Have they had the film study?
I remember Phil Simms telling me this a couple of years ago when it looked like Jeff Hostetler had finally and forever supplanted him at quarterback. He said, you know what the shame of this is? He said, I finally know everything. I feel like I can conquer whatever anybody throws at me. It took me a decade, it took me years and years to do this. So I think that with young quarterbacks, a lot of times, they face huge, huge obstacles.
Not to mention the painful learning process. A pair of second-year passers appears to have earned rite of passage into the big time. Seattle's Rick Meyer.
There's a pass. Touchdown. Caught by Martin.
And New England's Drew Bledsoe.
First and goal at the Detroit 2. Bledsoe drops back. Looks, throws. Touchdown! Touchdown! With 12 seconds to go.
I would have had to wait to throw it in there to him, and the safeties were coming down a little bit. So.
Each elevates the play of those around them.
Up if he can get it away. He's under pressure. Throws it toward the end zone. Pepper Jeff and Macy touchdown for Seattle.
I think his potential is unlimited. To do what he did as a rookie and to survive with a team that was rebuilding like we were is remarkable.
Like his Seattle counterpart, Bledsoe benefits from playing for a two-time Super Bowl winning head coach who understands that greatness happens over time, not overnight.
I think Parcells is a good guy to have for a young quarterback to help keep his mind focused on the important things and not get down when you lose those close games. They've lost so many close games.
Bledsoe quarterback sneak. In. No, they didn't make it.
But in the long run, last year's top two picks should help alleviate the NFL's quarterback crisis.
I see Drew Bledsoe and Rick Meyer as being the bright spots on the quarterback scene.
This season's top two rookie signal callers should be Tennessee's Heath Shuler, the initial pick of the Washington Redskins, and Fresno State's Trent Dilfer, who went to Tampa Bay. They were the only quarterbacks taken in the first round of the '94 draft. The first pick in the draft was Ohio State's Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson. He'll move from Columbus to Cincinnati to help improve the Bengals' defense. Indianapolis's offense will be bolstered by San Diego State's Marshall Faulk. Like the Colts, the Chiefs wanted a running back, but deciding between Texas A&M's Greg Hill and Arizona State's Mario Bates took what seemed like an eternity.
We have 13 minutes remaining, Bill.
I think consensus here is, well, we feel pretty good about it. Yeah. I will just say this. If Mario Bates hadn't got hurt, we wouldn't be talking about it. I think we'd be happy with either one.
All right. I'm with you. Whatever you decide. I have a preference. And you know my preference.
I know you do.
We have 10 minutes remaining.
But I'm with you. Because you've been in the pits with them for a long time.
These two guys, I would take that guy.
Okay. Bill, we've got 8 minutes and 10 seconds.
Well, where are we right now?
About 8 minutes.
I just need Bud. There he is. Any questions about
Lynn.
Mario Bates' knee?
No.
We're fine.
We're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
That's all I need to know.
Well, they're both basically the same size. The one guy's a little taller, Mario. Oh, he is 10 pounds heavier, and they both run 4.48.
Yeah, we only got about 7 minutes.
Remember we talked about the 5 qualities or characteristics? This guy here is above in 3, and they're tied in 2 of them. You just use that sheet right there.
We have 5 minutes remaining.
Is there any questions at all about this guy's character?
Not that I see.
Because the other guy is a stone solid person. I'm sure that influences me. Because Greg Hill is what he is, a tough SOB and a good football player. And I'm not so sure about the other guy, but I don't know the other guy.
Bill, we've got 1 minute and 5 seconds.
What do you want? This is a good solid guy here.
45 seconds.
You
Can't
want?
go wrong with either one.
Right.
There's one deciding factor. This guy's got to coach.
We got 30 seconds, Bill.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
What do you
want to do? I think Greg Hill's the play.
We've got 20 seconds.
All right.
20 seconds.
Be excited with Greg Hill?
Yeah.
Greg Hill.
Greg Hill. We want
Greg Hill.
Greg Hill.
I'm turning in Greg Hill, running back from Texas.
Go. Going up. Go.
With the 25th pick in the first round, Kansas City selects Greg Hill, running back, Texas A&M.
All right, so the Chiefs go running
All right.
back. Harvey Williams didn't work out.
We get him on the phone?
Greg Hill, they hope will work out. Next.
Got ourselves a running back. All right.
As the Chiefs' #1 draft pick, Greg Hill will line up in the same backfield with the quarterback who was also an NFL legend, Joe Montana.
The Buffalo Bills Before they played the Chiefs in the playoffs last year, the players on the Bills started referring to Montana as Roy Hobbs, the magical, mystical baseball player in The Natural. That's what they thought of Joe Montana and his abilities. The best there ever was.
Down by 7, 4th and goal. Back to pass Montana. Cocks his arm. Looks right, no one there. Looks left. Throws in the end zone. Touchdown! Joe Montana has done it again!
But by the same token, if you're blocking for him, you don't know if he threw a touchdown pass or if you may turn around and find him dismembered. Joe can go out at any time. It could be the end of his career at any time.
Is that Montana who's down? Montana is down on the sideline and David Craig is warming up.
It's not so much the pressure on a team wondering whether Joe is going to make it. I believe that it's wondering if Joe's backup is good enough.
The Chiefs hope that Steve Bono will answer this question with the same proven skills that he showed as Steve Young's backup in San Francisco. The Chiefs may need both Montana and Bono if they are to keep pace with the Denver Broncos and their born-again quarterback, John Elway, who's coming off his best statistical season ever.
I think last year was John Elway's best season.
One play at a time and make that the hardest play of the game.
I don't think he can be better, much better than what he was last year.
Elway, here comes the blitz. He steps away from it and lets the pass go long. He's going for a touchdown.
You're kidding me. He has a lot of goals, and one of his goals certainly is to win it all, and I think that's the key thing as far as he's concerned at this time in his career. So, you know, we want to go further and have more opportunities, and he'll have a chance to do that.
John Elway is a guy who deserves to win a Super Bowl championship. He's that good a quarterback.
While Elway will continue his 11-year quest for a world championship, the Raiders will counter with a quarterback who has won a Super Bowl, Jeff Hostetler.
He's been to a Super Bowl. He knows what that's like. The Raiders have been without a quarterback for so long. I think they might have been a little shocked this year when they had a quarterback who was pretty good.
Hostetler back to throw. Pressured, runs up the middle of the 10. He's over to the right side of the 5. He's in.
His competitive nature is something that really rubbed off on our football team. They saw a guy that would go out there and get knocked down play after play and still get back up and want to compete. And I think it just went throughout our football team.
Get out of here! Oh. Hold on. He's through. Trainer, give him room, baby.
You can knock him down, but not out. And in 1994, Hostetler's toughness and leadership will make the Raiders the team to beat in the AFC West.
I got to say something. A lot of people have really questioned the moves of Al Davis in recent years, and in a lot of them rightfully so. But Al couldn't have been more on target with what Hostetler could do for this team.
And I mean, coaches talked about him every single week, and he is that piece we've been missing, and that's Jeff Hostetler.
All right.
As he has another year with the Raiders and gets more secure, if he can stay healthy, I could see him leading them to the Super Bowl. The Raiders are a team to watch.
With Warren Moon in Minnesota, the Houston Oilers will also be a team to watch with Cody Carlson as their starting quarterback. However, many of the remaining AFC quarterbacks, including San Diego's Stan Humphries, may be looking for respect more than a run at the Super Bowl. The New York Jets are banking that Boomer Esiason can still play Super Bowl caliber football, while in Indianapolis, the Colts are hoping former Bears quarterback Jim Harbaugh or former Packer Don Majkowski can simply help them improve. The Bengals' David Klingler holds the key to Cincinnati's future. While up the road in Cleveland, the Browns believe Vinny Testaverde can hold down his interception count and make the Browns serious contenders in the AFC Central. If the Steelers are to forge a title, their quarterback, Neil O'Donnell, must transform himself from laborer to master craftsman.
If the team will rally around O'Donnell, then I think that he could be a guy I could see in the Super Bowl. But he's going to have to show it this year. It's about time. This year is about the point for a quarterback like him to show that he can do it.
Neil O'Donnell has what it takes to be a winner. He has all those intangibles.
He's a leader. He's a confident player. He's a tough player. And I think when you look at quarterbacks, you got to be able to look at more than what you can maybe measure on paper.
I may go on set. If I go on 2, I'll let all you guys know. But it's going to be set 1, 2. I'll change it up.
And I think he gives us those intangibles that I think that can allow us to have the opportunity to win a championship.
He's really never had a receiving game that could help him become a great player. I think O'Donnell gets a bad rap in some cases because of what people who watch games perceive to be his decision-making process. Threw to the wrong guy, threw here, threw there when he shouldn't. More often than not, it's not his mistake. A lot of times it's because his guy is not there. He should be there, he's not there. His guy hasn't beaten the guy, should have beaten the guy. I think the next 2 or 3 years are really going to judge Neil O'Donnell because I think the Steelers are going to make an attempt to improve their receiving game.
Pittsburgh did just that by drafting Colorado receiver Charles Johnson in the first round. He and Eric Green could be the weapons to get them to the show.
Good job! Nice way to move the ball. Good job, man.
What they already have is a Super Bowl caliber defense.
Let's pick this thing up. All right? We got to get the ball. We got to get the ball out of there. Let's keep talking about it, man. Let's not have somebody running around that 3rd and 15, getting the ball wide open. We're better than that. We play better than that, all
right? In my mind right now, the defense on any given Sunday plays as well as any AFC defense, and most Sundays plays better. The Steelers are one of the 2 or 3 teams that clearly could overtake the Bills. All you have to do is look at the Monday night game to see, boy, tell you what, the Steelers on their night can play with anybody in this league.
Well, they've got this kind of spirit and kind of rabid, mad dog mentality on defense, which is really the way the game needs to be played now. Because you're not going to just come up with guys bigger and bigger than these 350-pound offensive linemen. So you want guys quicker, faster, and tougher. And that's what the Steelers have.
And that's what every team wants. The new age defense. High-tech robo-defenders. Lean, mean, and fast.
It's going to be a safety.
I think the premium on defense is changing. It's speed.
Speed. Great team speed.
That's what we believe in.
Speed disrupts offenses, and that's what you want to do rather than stand there and fight it mano a mano. You want to interfere with the thing before it can even get going, and that's what these quick, fast, pit bull type defenses do.
The defense has undergone a huge evolution in the last 10 or 15 years. The best, most talented athletes, big men, fast, quick, they're not going offense anymore. They're going to defense, and they are becoming the new wave of NFL pass rusher.
It's like certain other things, though. It's not as simple as just going out and getting speed. I've seen speed go in the wrong direction, and all that happens is speed is farther away from where it should be than slow would have been. So you can't just go get the fastest guys on earth and put them out there. They'll just look like neutrons flying all over the place. You need a coordinator, a person who understands what speed can do and can get those players who have the quickness to realize that they're not at a disadvantage because they're not as big as the other guys, and to get them to attack.
The Cardinals haven't attacked anyone in ages, so they hired the game's most prominent personality to bring a little flair to Phoenix. Buddy Ryan has a history of stealing the spotlight. Last season in Houston, he served as defensive coordinator and helped the Oilers win the AFC Central Division title. Offenses were often dismantled by Ryan's 46 defense, and there was a reason why.
Well, the Steelers had a play. It's called the Steelers Special Screen.
How about the Steelers Special Screen?
They knew it would work against your basic defense.
O'Donnell with a fake. 2 fakes, and then passing to the left to Foster.
They ran it against New Orleans. The thing worked perfectly because they had time to get it off. It went for a touchdown.
It's a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Now, they tried the same play against the 46 defense of Houston. Not only did they not have any time, they just got destroyed Ball gets knocked out of O'Donnell's hands, and Houston recovers. So not only does it not go for a touchdown, but it's a turnover the other way.
Turnovers are what buddy ball is all about.
It's buddy time. Gotta get ready.
Ryan has the Cardinals bearing a new attitude as well as a new name.
Down! That's three. Good group. Down! 4. Way to work.
NFC East, we taking over right now.
Hey, the new Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, Dallas just enjoy it because that was it. Michael Irvin, I'm coming, baby.
This aggressiveness
been strapped up.
is Ryan's creed.
I think Buddy's whole philosophy in running the 46 is that he will sell the farm to get to the quarterback. Just make life confusing for the quarterback. He just thinks that the game revolves around the quarterback, and I've got to make life very difficult for the quarterback. I think that unless you have really good cover corners and physical safeties, the 46 isn't going to work well. But Buddy took over the ideal team in football to run the 46 with.
As both head coach and general manager, Ryan calls the shots.
It's going to be a lot more interesting, never a dull moment with this team and staff.
Head coach is here to see you.
Show him in. What's up? We need some more players. Okay, get what you need. You're a wise man.
The Cardinals got their men, free agents Seth Joyner and Clyde Simmons, the pick of the litter.
I can't even get lazy around here.
With the salary cap, the percentage of the payroll a team spends on free agents might determine how long a coach or a GM sticks around.
You better win or it'll be our butt. Oh, we'll win. He's not a bad guy. I like him a lot.
I think these next couple of years are going to be tough. You know, there's going to be older players let go just from the simple fact that the salary cap is not going to afford to let you keep them.
My toughest job is going to be to hold that locker room together. It's a rent a team right now. Rent this player for a year, let him go somewhere else, rent someone else.
I can beat my fists on the tabletop or on the ground because it's been changed, or we can begin to try to bring to bear some good, clear thinking.
You're going to ask people in a shorter period of time to learn to work together, and there's going to be a little bit more urgency maybe than there was in the past.
Even the fans now have a difficult time. You're going to have a program to know exactly who's on, whose team. And that's difficult. So it's a change for all of us, and we'll just have to wait and see.
Free agency. It can be a team's curse or a team's cure. For the Giants, it dealt them a fatal blow.
Let's kick off. Let's go. Let's get after it.
Last year, Dan Reeves and 38-year-old Phil Simms worked miracles, and Big Blue was back in the playoffs. But the salary cap and retirement have crippled them. 6 frontline players were lost, and Simms' future is in question.
The key to the Giants season is going to be the same as it was last year. I think that they're going to be good enough to be a 9, 10, 11 win team as long as Phil Simms plays.
We need a big victory today. We need a big victory today.
Big victories were scarce for the aging Redskins. Gone are Super Bowl MVP Mark Rippon and all 3 members of the once feared posse. New coach Norv Turner hopes that top pick Heath Shuler or former Charger John Freeze can lead Washington back. Rich Kotite's Eagles will soar only if Randall can fly.
Randall's hurt. Randall's hurt. Randall's coming off with a limp. This is unbelievable.
In the 3 years I've been the coach, I've had him for 20 games, and he's missed 28 games. He's 15-5 in the games that I've had him. He means an awful lot to us. He's extremely respected. Defenses have a real problem in defending the Eagles when he's playing. He was on his way to having his greatest year last year when he broke his leg.
Bailey, who leaps and has it for a touchdown.
The team made the same without Randall. The team made the same without Randall.
He's worked very hard. He's healthy. And I expect him to come roaring back, and I think he will.
I'll be back. Part 2. Part 1 is already over with. Part 2.
In Detroit, Rodney Peete, Andre Ware, and Eric Kramer took turns in the great QB Derby. Now they're all scratched, and Scott Mitchell is the horse they'll ride.
Because of his $5 million signing bonus, that's going to force Wayne Fontes, who has had ridiculously happy feet with his quarterbacks, it's going to force Wayne Fontes to play this guy through thick and thin. And hey, there's going to be thin. The guy started 7 games in his career. It's not going to be all peaches and cream for this guy, even though I think he's going to succeed. I love Scott Mitchell.
The last Lion quarterback to lead them to the NFC Championship was Eric Kramer, but this season, he'll trigger a brand new offense in Chicago.
They are going to have an entire new offensive backfield because of free agency. They've got Eric Kramer, quarterback, who came from Detroit. They've got Merrill Hodge, came from Pittsburgh at fullback. They've got Lewis Tillman, who came as a running back. Now, when you can change a team that much, you got to wait till the season starts to see if that can come together. That may be a completely discombobulated offense, or it may be one where they say, man, we haven't been this dynamic in a long time.
The Vikings aim to be more dynamic on offense, too, so they shot for the moon.
Come out with a smile.
Another day at the office. Another day at the office.
I think Warren Moon in Minnesota is a terrific fit. Moon is a fairly egoless guy. Moon is not going to go in there and say, I need to throw for my 400. I need to throw for my 300. Hey, if Warren Moon has Phil Simms type stats and they're winning, he's going to be delirious. You know, he'll be happy. That's why I really like the acquisition of Moon, just from the standpoint that he is a missing piece on a team that doesn't have a lot of missing pieces.
6 yards and a score.
In the NFC West, 3 quarterbacks with something to prove found new teams. Chris Miller is a Ram, Jeff George is a Falcon, and Jim Everett is a Saint. All 3 have been battered.
Obviously, Everett has played horribly in the last couple of years. I don't think you can blame it on anybody else except Jim Everett. I think he's on the downside of his career. I don't think he's going to succeed in New Orleans. There's going to be very major league pressure on him to play well.
While Everett must strengthen his damaged psyche, Miller must hope for an end to his dizzying onslaught of knee injuries.
I think the LA fans are going to like him if he doesn't get injured. I mean, that's probably more than any other quarterback. That's the big if about him. But I think the fans will like him because he's not like Jim Everett. He's a guy who will stand in there and take a beating, and he's shown that he could be as good as any quarterback in the NFL. He's got to keep his fragile legs out of harm's way.
Raw talent sets Jeff George apart from virtually all other passers. Now, he must prove that he can be a part of something, that he can finish something, that he can blend in Atlanta.
I'm excited about bringing Jeff George to a new level, getting him to take the next step to being a great quarterback, and that's a challenge for me, and that's a challenge for him. You know, we feel new surroundings, a new opportunity, my ability to relate with him and to try to get him to grow as a person and a quarterback, you know, I feel is a chance worth taking because, you know, he's a 1 in a million type athlete.
When you're a 1 in a million talent, but your team is shadowed by defeat, how do you deal with being a loser's lone star? Case in point, Reggie Brooks, a superstar in the making whose Redskins won only 4 games. To add to the pressure, he's looked upon as the next Emmitt Smith.
We need a runner to be able to carry the load and do for us what Emmitt does for Dallas. I think Reggie's got a great chance of doing that. I think the key to that, he's got the ability. Now it's a question if he can hold up and carry the ball the number of times we gave it to Emmitt.
Brooks' teammate at Notre Dame, Jerome Bettis, is a wrecking ball on a wreck of a Ram team that lost 11 times last year.
40, 45, 50, to the 45.
I think Jerome Bettis was so excited about last season that exuberance will carry him through, at least through another season. He left his mark last year, but he won't get disgruntled for a while. And then you get other players who are dominant, and it depresses him. That's where you start getting frustrated, and certain kind of personality will say, I got to get out of here. I'll bring up Barry Sanders as the prime one. Barry is the kind of guy who quietly wants his team to get better a lot. He needs that. I think that he's not real happy in Detroit because of the simple fact that he doesn't have a great team around him.
The Green Bay Packers have one superstar and others on the verge of superstardom. But there are black holes in this solar system.
They have severe holes in running back and running back depth.
The Packers hope Reggie Cobb, acquired from the Bucs, returns to his 1,000-yard form of 1992.
They have weaknesses on the outside to help Reggie White as a pass rusher with Tony Bennett gone.
Keep him in the pocket, squeeze it down. If you get a shot, knock his ass out.
While former Oiler Sean Jones may supply the knockout punch, their heavyweight plays quarterback.
They're defined as much as any other team by one player, and that's Brett Favre. I've seen him look like the best player in the Pro Bowl.
He has really got a rifle hooked up to that shoulder of his.
It's just astounding the good and the bad this guy can do on back-to-back plays.
And there goes Mike Kroll for a touchdown.
I like to coach Mike Holmgren. I think he's trying to figure out who this team is. One week they look like world beaters, and the next week they look like egg beaters. Green Bay team seems to have a few of the parts that are ready to make them into a dominant team.
While the Packers assemble body parts like Frankenstein's monster, the Vikings are already demons on defense. Complete dependence on defense has caused problems within the team.
You can tolerate it for a while, but after a while it becomes pretty offensive.
That's one of the things that can just really divide and separate a team.
One sack, one big play to win it.
Minnesota, for one, where the defense carried that team for a lot of the season.
We may not ever stop. We may play all January.
If we get to the 40, we got to get ready to try it.
Dennis Green spends a lot of time
We're going to have it.
trying to keep the one unit from not getting down on the other unit.
But in the playoffs, when the offense let victory slip away, management decided to address this major weakness.
All of our attention focuses on our offense and not just a quarterback situation.
The Vikings drafted multi-skilled David Palmer from Alabama and hope he dazzles defenses much like the Giants' versatile Dave Meggett.
Hand off Robert Smith.
The rehabilitation of Robert Smith's knee makes running back still a question mark. However, the acquisition of Warren Moon may be the final solution to every offensive question. While Moon may balance the power between offense and defense, the 49ers have exactly the reverse situation. Their magnificent and mighty offense is dramatically better than their beleaguered defense.
On offense, they just happen to have all these weapons. Jerry Rice, the guy is great, and Steve Young, just a amazing quarterback.
Launches it way down the left side, Rice over the middle. He's got it. The defender falls down. Rice should be able to go into the end zone. 20-10, 15-5, touchdown, 49ers.
To get the really dynamic, game-breaking defensive players, I think that's the only way that the 49ers are going to get their defense on par with their offense.
We're going to win this thing on defense now. We got to go out and get it now. Let's go.
What the 49ers got was All-Pro linebacker Ken Norton Jr., number 51, from the Dallas Cowboys. Then from the draft, they selected All-American Bryant Young from Notre Dame. Pairing with Young at tackle will be number 94, Dana Stubblefield, a future Pro Bowler.
While slapping our defense in the face, that's what happened when you slap 11 grown men around. I want to know what it feels like to win a championship. That's what I want to know.
What the 49ers want, the Dallas Cowboys already have, but uneasy rest their crown.
Success is who gets the credit. Can you live without having the credit? Can you continue to work your hardest having your ego trampled on? Johnson was always going to be second banana to him. He couldn't take it anymore. He would not have been the coach he would have wanted to be had he stayed there.
I hope I can do as good a job as Jimmy Johnson. That's what you're hoping, and that's damn sure what you're hoping. That's why I'm here.
You're seeing already teams chip away at the Dallas veneer, and it's not just the Jimmy Johnson thing. Barry Switzer is going to let Butch Davis handle the defense totally. He's going to let Ernie Zampese do totally his thing on offense. They're going to be the Cowboys as long as they have Aikman, Smith, Irvin.
Smith, a great block from Johnston. Touchdown, Emmitt Smith.
Three-peating might be determined by a defense severely depleted by free agency.
Losing Jones to the Rams and in losing Casillas to Kansas City, you're going to see Lett and Maryland play bigger roles. They will be replaced, the two departed guys, but I don't think they'll be replaced in stature or ability.
Touchdown, Kevin Smith, the first Dallas defense.
Cowboys are going to be real interesting to watch. They've got the talent, they've got the fire. 3 years in a row could make them arguably the best team ever in the history of the NFL.
Back to the Super Bowl!
Who got you? 60. Did you see him? Evidently not. You all right? Yeah. All right. Welcome to the NFL.
Boy, I am scraping and killing the tackle. Killing it. Boy, I'm killing you all day long. I'm killing you. I'm killing you. Big Salty. He moved. He moved. He moved. You know he didn't move. 67 moves. See, the one that could see that.
Freddie broke his nose. That's what's the matter when he broke his nose.
He never had a good nose anyways.
You gotta wrap up through there. That damn back goes for the swing. Where your ass go? Right up through there. Make the damn fun.
You got somebody fresh you can put in. If you got anybody fresh, even if they're bad.
We're down 17-7. It's not looking real good at that point. This young man makes a play right here. All right?